Olympics. Younger player, watch. You're inspiring generations.
Second half underway here in Nice. Ryan Turner starting here. It's more of, well, I would say it's an established starting five, but more veterans, and Zele drives in and puts Hungary back in front. Stokes has it and passes it back out. Koksal hits a three-pointer. That's one of the pluses for Turkey in this tournament right there.
Yeah, I agree with you, Jeff. I think she's almost played the most consistent for a Turkish team that has been inconsistent.
Yeah, I mean,
you know, she had a good game the first game. She came out, did great things the second game.
Pusai misses, and Turkey seems to be up for the fight. The shooting percentages there, and another one goes in. They're starting to heat up a little bit. 3 seconds. The call, and now back over to Turkey.
And, you know, one thing I said about Turkey in the first 2 games is I don't think they got the ball enough to Kia Stokes. And I know she's only played limited minutes today, but she's only had 2 shot attempts. And remember in the first game, Jeff, she had the first 6 points?
Yeah.
And they didn't go back to her until, I believe, maybe around the fourth quarter, and then it was only 2 attempts. She literally had the first 6 points and finished with 8 points on the game on 4 shots or something crazy like that, 4 or 5 shots. So, you know, we saw 2 days ago she did have those enormous numbers, 17 and 19, so they did a better job. But you agree also near the end of the game where I feel Turkey have not been very strong in the fourth quarter. They've gone away from what has worked, and that's getting the ball inside to Kia Stokes. Saw a little crafty.
And if she's going to be a part of what you want to do moving forward,
yes,
you got to get her into the flow.
Those who follow basketball and know this Turkish team well, last few years they've gone with Hollingsworth, who was on board to go with them this year, but came up with an injury. So Stokes got the call up, and definitely from her performance 2 nights ago, Isha Albin converting her free throws there. You know, her performance 2 days ago, I really kind of, they need to look at that and say, okay, maybe she is the one that we go with moving forward. And if that's the case, you almost have to build this team around her.
Hatar on the baseline hits it, and you cannot, you know, we've said it all tournament long. It's a beautiful shot.
It really is.
I mean, in all honesty, right now, if you're picking the top 5 players of this tournament, you'd have to give her serious consideration.
You know, I guess we have the opportunity that we've seen, you know, this is her 3rd game so far, and she has been so tough for opponents.
Wow. That's a good shot from Stokes, having Hatar flying right at you. If I was an opposing coach and I saw Hatar, I might be tempted to say, you got to really go out there and almost push her around a little bit. Nice drive and the foul on Turkey, and maybe that would be something. Zele and takes the foul from Janitez. You know, how would here's Coach Marco Crespi. A little bit of pressure on him today, perhaps, to try to, more importantly than the result, is to get Italy to play well. He's watching this game. But with Hatar, you wonder if she goes up against a big, strong center. You know, for example, somebody like Horty, her teammate, and that center said, you know what, I'm going to really put my body on her and see if she can cope with all the pounding, if that might impact her.
But you know what? Name a couple big, tall centers in this tournament. I mean, you know, there are a few. Definitely none that have the height that Hatar has.
Well, Hatar got a foul there.
She was a little surprised.
Siak is injured from France.
Siak is injured, exactly. You have Astuendor from Spain, who,
not the same type of player.
Hatar is maybe even a little bit more aggressive and stronger than she is.
You know, a Hollingsworth, for example, would have been the type of player that might have given her physical presence, given her problems. Shaka Turgut makes the first free throw.
I mean, Ann Waters for Belgium doesn't play a ton of minutes. They do have Linskens, who is definitely a force down low, who might be able to push her around a little bit.
That was a 3 that she was taking, by the way, so she's taking 3 free throws. Well, you know, at least Kabai didn't really do much against her. Her Andre, although they're probably more like power forwards. Now the pass over to Yvonne Turner, and she's fouled by Shaka Turgut.
Same with the Slovenian bigs. You know, they're more along the lines of power forwards in this Group C. So Hatar has had an advantage, I believe, playing in this group, but it'll be interesting. It'll be fun to watch and see how she...
I'm thinking like Videva. Here we go. Long shot, and Dorina Zelle buries the three-pointer. Maybe Green from Great Britain. It's a pivot that would cause her problems. Coxell hands it off to Ishel Albin. Coxell was 2 of 11 from three-point range at the World Cup. Now, beautiful handoff, but then Stokes doesn't catch it and has to put up a prayer. Maybe if I had one criticism, they're going to say possession arrow situation, so it's going to be Hungary ball. If I had one criticism of Stokes, she hasn't caught the ball cleanly on a lot of occasions, and it's blown some opportunities. Because that was a layup on a platter.
Yeah, it was. It was, you know, it was a great penetration drive, draw the defense, and Stokes had the right idea of going toward the basket, but, you know, like you said, she kind of fumbled it and then had to put up a tough shot. I wouldn't say, you know, I think Stokes could be more aggressive as well. I think she could demand the ball a little bit more.
Nice drive. 7 points now, the lead. Shaka Turgut goes to 11 points. Might this be a game that Turkey could put away? Hatar, a little bit long that time, and a good job by Stokes to actually come out and get a hand in her face. Turner with the rebound. Moving the ball well out on the perimeter. Now Turner puts it up from deep, just inside the arc, in fact. And the ball hits the rim and falls over, and Norbert Sake has seen enough. He's going to call timeout, with Turkey now holding their biggest lead of the game, 43-34. Quarter by quarter scoring.
And
you know, Jeff, coaches always talk about coming out of halftime and having to start strong. It's really it's a focal point for a lot of teams, and I think Turkey have done a good job in the first 5 minutes of this quarter out of halftime to sort of, you know, kind of step on the gas a little bit and maybe try and take control. And to me, that's a really big statistic. Yeah, you see the bench points there.
Yeah.
You always need bench point contributions. And, you know, we talked in the first few games, and, you know, I mentioned I don't think Turkey has a very deep bench. Maybe they are a little bit deeper than we expected, and maybe they should have had a little bit more of an opportunity. And a lot of that is number 9, Baha Shaglar, 8 points, 3 of 5 shooting. You know, she came in, got a block, I think, on one of her first possessions defensively. So, you know, I love seeing her stepping up and not kind of crumbling, because I'm sure everyone expected her to play a bigger role in this tournament like she has in past tournaments for Turkey. So I think just as a leader and a veteran, she's done a great job tonight.
Oh, beautiful basketball from Hungary and Dubé. She's a player that's helping them. She's got a lot of ability, Deborah Dubé.
Yeah, we saw her
Offense.
knock down those 3-pointers early, right? So teams have to start to respect that and maybe play a little bit closer on her. And then that opens up the driving lanes.
And a foul called on Zele. And Shalar once again putting pressure on the defense. Now Coxel on the baseline, continues to impress. So at the World Cup last year, speaking of her three-point shooting, she was 2 of 11. And she came into today's game 6 of 19 from three-point range. And she's already, Coxel, well, she scored 7 points, and she's hit a three-pointer today. So
she's only attempted 1 today.
yeah, she's given them something.
Yeah, she is.
She didn't give them much offense at the World Cup. Here's Dubé again.
But she's also been given the opportunity to play and maybe show what she can do for this national team. And you know what's funny? We haven't seen Shaglar play a lot. She just drew the foul, another foul. And every time that she has been in, they have actually tried to go to her in this kind of, you know, post up outside the lane where she's probably most effective because she can, you know, a little kind of turnaround jump shot. So they know her value because they are calling plays for her.
Kia Stokes surrounded and fouled, I think, by Dubé, another of those Chopron players. So
that was a good call by the ref.
So Kiss back in the game. Kiss just 21 years of age. And Turkey continued to build their lead. 13 minutes to go. They're up 11. Studer. Bilgic had a hand on that. Studer's going to launch it. It's good. Another three-pointer.
You know, she didn't shoot yesterday, 2 days ago, particularly well. I think she was only 1 for 11, but she's come out here. You see the stats: 9 points, 3 of 4 shooting from 3. We saw her shoot the ball well in the first game, though.
Yeah, she did.
And you know, she's been starting alongside, except for today's game, the first 2 games alongside Turner, who definitely takes a lot of attention on offense, which is a great thing for people who play beside her because you are going to be open because they have to be so worried about Turner.
Oh, beautiful play, but great block by Stokes. Nice. Seeing some nice things from Dubé. Passing it back to Horty, who didn't finish well. Look at that. She makes that pass, and then Stokes just said, "Excuse me, but this is my house, and you're not going to do that." She swipes it away. Horty. Oh, Challard reaching in, almost getting the steal. Studer, she's going to launch it. Nope. Horty has to launch one herself. Dubé chases it down. Studer, I'm open and I'm going to shoot it. Nope.
I mean, an example of Turkey's inexperience. Studer just hit 2 threes. Why are you going underneath the screen? You don't do that with a shooter.
Well, Challard had a foul to give. You can just see that Challard has the nous. She knows how to play. She's been at this a long time.
Yeah, absolutely.
So Pushtai goes out, and coming back into the game is Lalick. Lalick looks for an opening. And offensive foul. Did she lower her shoulder?
I'm not sure that's really the offense that Hungary were looking at. I think she pushed off, trying to create space for her shot. Here you see the left arm.
Good job, Yalchin, getting up on her. Challard, tries to make the handoff. The quick hands from Hungary, knowing the pass was coming. Jorda drives in, not able to finish. Quick outlet pass to Studer, and she's tripped up by Yalchin. They've got so many young players in this Hungary team. I mean, you have to say there is a lot of potential good times on the way for them. I mean, it's impressive. Studer, Dubé. You've got Attar is 24 years old now.
I mean, you know, their captain, Raksanya, who we haven't seen a whole lot today, if at all.
Yeah, I'm glad we picked her as our player to
yes.
watch.
But she, you know, she is the captain. She's one of their better players. I think she's had a slow start to this tournament. But she's only, what, 27 years old. So as far as the future, I think it's pretty interesting. I think it's bright. You have to be excited if you are a Hungarian basketball fan. And maybe nervous if you're every other European country.
Well, you have to be nervous if you're a Hungarian fan, because you're wondering if you can continue to build on this early success. Offensive foul, setting the pick on Turkey. Dubé over to Horty. Studer to Horty, and Challard, good positioning right at the end. Challard has to put it up, and good defense right at the end by Hungary. So all things considered, Turkey had